Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you are having a fantastic day. My internet, of course, as per usual, is being a little spotty right now. So if things cut out, we tried, but it's the new year. Happy New Year. It's midway through the month, New Year. As per usual, I need to share this in the Spawncast chat, so please bear with me. It's housekeeping, blah, blah, blah. But it's good to see all of you guys. I apologize that I disappeared. I was a little bit under the weather for a few weeks. If you watched me, not yesterday, but a few Spawncasts ago, I was like turning my camera on and off a bunch. That's because I was coughing horribly. So I had to take a break from talking and things. But I'm back, so feeling healthy. I might cough occasionally. I've been kind of having issues with hotkeying it so I could mute myself, so you just get to hear me cough. Sorry about that. Okay, hold on. Weekly. Okay, I'm sharing it with the chat. It's already live on Instagram, so I think we're good to start. Okay, so that's good. Today we're going to be playing Pokemon Silver, and it's gonna be fun. Good to see you, Anthony. Hi, Sirius. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Switching It Up. Hi, Drake. Hi, Johnny. Yeah, I'm doing significantly better. I was a bit sick for a bit. Not sick, but I had bronchitis, which is kind of like being sick. I developed a cough, and then I just couldn't stop coughing, so it kind of sucked. It's cool to not do that anymore. Housekeeping. Blah, blah, blah. Let me know if like lighting. I'm trying different things. While I was gone, I rearranged my office. So previously, my desk was facing this wall, and I basically turned it against this one, so you guys can like see my bookcase and stuff. It's kind of weird to like have you. Oh, you can hear me echoing in the background. Is this better? Let me know if that audio is better. Not much has changed. I've been kind of having issues. So I'm kind of curious. Echoing. Do you think it's my desktop too? Can you hear me now? Is this better? Little echo in the audio. Okay, let me know if this works because I had both my audio input capture and my desktop audio on. So that might have been the problem. Let me know. Might be better now. But anyways, until I get told the auto changed or didn't change. So yeah, all good now. Okay, cool. See, we're learning. Every stream we learn, you know. So yay, thanks guys, I appreciate it. So yeah, so I kind of like moved things around in my room so you can like see my stuff. Like you can see all my Shovel Knight things. Like there's my signed dig art, and then there's the signed concert art. There's Mina. I have Cyber Shadows like thing here. One of these days I'll do a room tour. I got a lot of stuff. I'm still putting things though. You see all my Pikachus over there. Good to see you guys. Happy Sunday. Gingerbread, thank you for supporting. I appreciate it. Yeah, so just a few changes with things. Also, side note, I am working on a video for Game and Talk. All the gameplay and voiceover is recorded. I just need to do the on-camera, like, little tiblets here and there. I was planning on doing it during my winter break, but, you know, then the bronchitis set in, and then it was really hard to do. But we will eventually have a video on here. It's about a bunch of games, like hidden gems that I really enjoyed in 2025, and I think some of those games deserve attention. So I'm going to be talking about them, like a little bit, spoiler free. It'll be a good time, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it'll be fun. Also, unfortunately, draw cam, like I still have my like paper and pencils and stuff, but draw cam, I have to move over, until I can figure out like how to position it. So you'll just get really cool ASMR if we decide that I draw today. But yeah. So today we're going to be playing, Pokemon Silver. Why? I don't know. Sounds like fun. I was having issues with my PlayStation controller. Oops. So, I'm going to be using keyboard. So I'm saying out loud so I remember, but A is A button, S is B button, okay? So when I forget, that's what it is. So you guys know, I know, we live it. Let's see, switching it up. You really love my hidden gems when I interject during Spawncast, getting some amazing indies recognized. Well, yeah, of course, dude. Like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, because indies deserve love. And, like, I feel like, you know, like, a lot of the conversation can sometimes lean into the more mainstream games, which is fine because, you know, that's what the games, you know, people are playing. But there's so many others that deserve love. So Spyro, that is a great question. Gold version was my first Gen 2 game, so I do lean more into that one. But that's just the ROM I have, so you know. Use an Xbox controller. Yes, but I need to get batteries for it. So as of right now, we're gonna use the keyboard. Yay! Have I seen Big Hops yet? So I did, Norb, I did get tagged on someone talking about that on Twitter. Was that you? Or was it someone else? But it was really cool. And I haven't gotten to check it out, though. Hold on. I think I replied to it. It is... No, that was 3D Dot. I haven't checked out Big Hops. Just kidding. Ooh, Big Hops is great. Reviewed it earlier this month. Okay, let me look it up right now. Oop. Okay, Big Hops. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. I love the little frog guys. Who made this game? From Luckshot Games, you hop around as a frog who uses his tongue for parkour. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, I will check that out. Pipistrello was one of your top games. Okay, is it Pipistrello or is it Pipistrello? I've been calling it Pipistrello, but like, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I did play that. That's actually one of the games that I talk about in my video. Did you know he's a bat? Obviously, you played the game, you know he's a bat. But I thought he was a mouse, like, prior to playing the game. I thought he was a little mousy mouse. And that game looks so Game Boy Advance. I was like, I need this. And when I saw the opening with the Game Boy Advance, I was like, hell yeah. They do it. See, Spyro, you need me to keep RGT in check. Okay, Sean is fantastic. And though we both like to be goobs, though we like to both be goobs, like, you know, we're friends. But yes, sometimes he does need to get in check on things. As one does, you know? Okay, so, why not let's start doing some games and stuff. Now that we have, like, audio. The next challenge is making sure audio is fine when the game's playing. So we will find out together. As a family, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. We're going to continue our game. We'll find out. But before we do that, okay. Let's see. Hold on. Making sure everything's kosher on my side. There we go. And there we go. Okay. I forgot what we were even doing here. Okay. So I probably battled... I'm assuming I battled the guy, but we'll find out together. Okay, audio-wise, can you guys hear this game? Oh my god, I realized that there was an echo because I was playing on YouTube. Okay, we're going to try desktop audio with the game. And let me know if anything is playing. If it's not, I'm... Uh-oh. Oh no, I don't think it is. Is it? Nope. Nope, it's not. Okay, so input capture. Dude, like, this is why I am not a, what's it called? The streamer. Let's see. Would it be audio input or output capture? I think it would be input, right? Because it'd be the game. Well, we can find out together. Okay. No. That's not it. Dude, it is. Streaming is so annoying. I don't know why. Because like it's fun. Like I like hanging out with you guys. But I feel like every time I like do a stream and I'm like, wow, like everything is going my way. And then suddenly it stops going my way every single time. So I don't know. It's always just a mystery. Okay, that's not it. But like you would think the desktop audio would want to be... Did I mute the game? Okay, how about now? Is it playing? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game? Did I do it, guys? Let me know. Because that would be really cool. Do you like my background? What's my background? Did you know he's a bad right? Wow. Did I mute the game? Okay. Now it's super loud. Ah! Am I loud? Am I loud? Okay. Oh my god, I am so sorry, guys. Okay, guys, I don't know. Okay. I turned off the audio. Okay, the game is louder than my voice. Okay. Let me see what I'm sounding like. So I'm going to pull up my YouTube video on my phone. And we are going to find this out together as a family. It's muted now, yes. Because I don't want to kill you guys. So what I'm going to do is you're going to hear my phone of me podcasting. We'll figure this out. Okay, hold on. That's an ad. I don't want to kill you guys. Okay, so I can hear me. So you're going to hear me. It's delayed. You'll hear me. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're about to find out. So you're gonna hear me. It's delayed. Okay, we're about to find out. Okay. Is this better? I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that. Okay. Is this better? Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this might be it, but there is a delay. Okay, I think that's it. I think this is it, guys. Now is better. We did this. I didn't kill you. Champs. I'm so sorry that there's technical difficulties. But we figured it out and whatever. Wait, it sounds like that I'm a hallway away now? But the game could be a little bit quieter, okay. How about this? Okay, do I sound... If I do this, do I sound better? All this is hard, okay? Life is hard. blah, blah. I don't know. Increase my audio now? Okay. Let me know if that works. Do I sound loud enough? Oh wow, like, this is like in the beginning of the game. Okay. Thank you guys again. Because, you know, we figured this out as a family. I'm bad at this. Because, like, every time, like, I use, like, a different program or, like, you know, a different client or, like, whatever, you know, it's different. And I'm like, okay, you know, oops. And then I think all the settings are good and I'm golden. Because I did a tech check before this. And, like, my recording that I have, I used off OBS, which is the same program. So in my head, I thought it was going to be okay. But it definitely wasn't. And, yeah, might be. Okay, we just learned how to... My master volume is super low. What does that mean? Does that mean, like, my audio input, like, for when I'm talking? One of these days, I need, like, Josie... Oh, I'm a quiet talker. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. So, can you understand me, at least? Okay, let's murder the Sentret. Please nickname your next Pokemon Oh Snap. Okay. I know, Medallion, I'm quiet. If I talk loud like this, can you guys hear me all right? Is it fine? It's okay. Okay, cool. Norb, I'm not going to ask AI. It sounds really good. Yay! You can understand me? Go team. We did it. Yay. Okay, good, Medallion. Yeah, because, like, I don't know. And, like, also, I don't want this to be, like, a bad experience for you guys. I just want it to be a experience. That's good enough for me. Okay, so if I speak up, then it sounds great. Then I'll just talk real loud. You know, I'm usually good at, like, just yapping, so I'll try to use my outdoor voice. Good job, my Cyndaquil son. Do I really only have one Pokemon? I should catch more Pokemon. Okay. Is this a Nuzlocke? Should we have it be a Nuzlocke? You know, sometimes I do the Trainer Joey challenge, which is a self-imposed challenge. Okay, well, it's technically Youngster Joey, but I call him Trainer Joey because he's a trainer. He is laser focused. But yeah, so basically you only use a Rattata for as long as you can in the game. And I think that's really funny. So maybe we should do that. Would we want to do that? Does that sound fun? I can catch a Rattata and we can just only use him and I can suffer. Let's see, you're not sure why it's just like this for my streams. Yeah, okay, so Medallion, none of my settings are different. My lighting is not different. My everything, it stays the same. And some days, like when I'm on the Spawncast, my audio is fine. And other times, you know, everything is shit. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, hold on, I think I was supposed to go to Mr. Ohm to maybe play the game normal. Yeah, okay, this time we'll play the game normal. I feel like if I do like a red or blue, then I'll use Rattata for everything. You can get pretty far before you get into trouble. Oh, there's a retro achievement subset of that? That's so cool, Griff. Let's see. Okay. My overall audio is about 25%, so you have to increase your audio. Okay. How about now? Am I better? Am I better, sire? I'll just yap until you guys get that. I really love this game. I think Gen 2 is my favorite generation. Okay, that didn't do anything for me. Cyndaquil, is that also a new cough medicine? Honestly, it sounds like it. Or Cyndaquil would get sued by NyQuil for it. Max Mega, thank you so much for the $2. You say, hi, I love shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Okay, Mac, what would you like me to draw? Let me know and I'll draw it for you. I have color pencils and paper, but no draw cam because I'm still figuring that out. I mean, like, I can... No, it'll be too much work. Yes, Ryan, I 110% agree with you that Pokemon Crystal is the best. I love that game. It was the first time you could be a girl. And that was like such a big deal for Pokemon. Now it's louder. Mr. Leo, is it okay? Is it good? Am I bad? Let's see, speaking of which, your cough is getting better. Yeah, no, it is. I don't cough as frequently, which is nice. I was like deciding on like whether I was going to be able to stream tonight, but I can make sentences and I can yap and breathe correctly. So I was like, all right, I think I can do it. Yeah, be a girl, woo! Yeah, I was really excited, like as a kid, to be able to play as a girl, cause like, you know, the default trainer is cool, you know, don't get me wrong, but you know, that was like something really new and awesome. Superman, oh man, thank you so much for the $2. You can't believe it's not butter-free. What would you guys like me to draw? Okay, Mr. Leo, just leave it. Okay. Hi, Christian. It's good to see you. And my name is Celia, not Cecilia. Just a heads up. A lot of people mistake that. It's just because Cecilia is a more popular name. Dude, yeah, Norb, setting your time, like the day and night cycle, was so cool in this game. It was phenomenal, and that's just regular. Can I turn up my volume? Okay. Yeah, let's try doing that a little bit more. Is that okay, guys? But now I feel like I'm about to get into the red zone. Okay. I just turned it up, Christian. Let me know. Okay, we're back to Celia Cam. Okay. So we're gonna draw. Let's see. Yeah, I'm Celia with 3 E's. Whoa. Okay. Let's look up youngster Joey. And then I'll just go for it. Hold on. I'm sorry there's no cam today, so you just have to see my face. I normally have a draw cam, but since I've been like finagling everything, like another thing I'm trying to figure out is lighting. Like, because usually I'm very washed out and like I'm pale, so I reflect light. So I've been trying to like figure out if I like set up a screen and then I point my lights at it, will it bounce back and like make my face visible? Or is it too much? Because I'm still a little washed out. I can never figure this out. I don't know, guys. Okay, so we are going to draw youngster Joey. The fun thing about this is I kind of just go for it. So like it might turn out good. It might turn out really bad. I don't know. Let's see. Better now you can load on your end. Please ignore them. Okay, Leo, I pinky swear. No more changes audio. This is it. Okay. If anyone else tells me to, too bad. Okay. So I'm drawing his face. Dude, old. I don't want to draw pixel art. We're gonna figure this out. I don't know, man. He's very determined. Youngster Joey is real cool. You know, like I've always messed up and called him Trainer Joey. And I don't know why I I do that? Because like everything else, because it was like trainer Lance, trainer blah, 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 trainer Kyle. I'm really bad at drawing anime. But I'm trying my best for you. And then he's wearing a little hat. So I'm drawing the hat right now. I'll show you guys a preview of what I'm attempting. Right now I'm drawing it in pen and then I'm gonna color it in. And that was a huge mistake because it's not looking good. Are my drawing skills good? It's been a while since I last draw cam. So I feel like I'm getting worse again because I haven't kept up practice. I don't know. Drawing is like a muscle, right? In general though, my drawing has gotten better from this channel. So maybe in like a year, we're gonna be like, wow, this is like crazy good now. Or we'll be like, wow, how did I get worse? Okay, so this is what I'm doing so far. I'm gonna color it in and it might get better. But like I started off with his like head. So it's like, it's kind of looking good. But let's try to color it in because he has like a little blue cap. And he's just a little munch guy, you know? We're just going for this. One of these days, I want to get color pencils that like blend better because I feel like I can do like a lot more stuff with that, you know? That's a later problem. And then his color of blue is like this one, like for his hat. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I don't know how to draw hats. I'm not really, I mean like, they're deceptively easy to draw because you would think it would just be like a quick cap, but it's not. You have to draw it like slightly larger than their head so their head's like fitting in it. I don't know. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Pokemon Silver, Gold, and Crystal were so cool because it was like, you know, having the 16 badges, you know, getting that surprise once you beat the Elite Four, being able to go back and like fight Kanto region right after Johto was so rad. Like that was such a fun surprise. And like, I remember hearing that you could do that like as a kid, you know, playground, like, oh, did you know? And it's like, oh, like, you know, not believing your friends and then go finding it yourself, like was so cool. And like the champion waiting for you, and it was like your character that you played as, you know, when he has all the, you know, the starters and all that, it's basically Ash, was like such a rad way to do things. Adding the phone in the game was so cool. It was, I don't know. And obviously like a lot of those things, you know, Pokemon has either like continued or abandoned. Like I was really sad that they stopped doing that. And I understand like once it hit Gen 3, it's like, well, it's getting a bit excessive if we keep on going like all the way back. But it would have been so cool if they did that, you know? Like I want a Pokemon game where it's like the Pokemon game where there's all the regions, all the Pokemon, and you just go crazy with it. Like you would think that would be pretty cool. But I don't think we'll ever get that unless the Pokemon company's like time to pull the plug on Pokemon, which will never happen because Pokemon is a, you know, a bajillion-dollar franchise. What color eyes does Trainer Joey have? He has brown eyes. And then I'll like draw his neck and then the starting of his shirt. Also, guys, super chats are once again appreciated but not required, but they help buy art supplies. So let's say that, you know, you like my drawing and you want to keep it, just DM me on social media, and I will send you a photo of your drawing. So like you can have it, you can literally keep it, or a photo of it. But you need to DM me because I will forget. Okay, there is Trainer Joey. So I'm gonna write, sorry. The color pencils, you know, they always have like the dust and stuff, so I don't wanna like smear anything. Okay, Trainer. Oh, it's youngster. Oh, I ruined this. I'm so sorry, Mac. But here is youngster Joey. Yay! Wait, if it loads, if it shows, there you go. Wow, it's youngster. He has a youngster face, and he's doing the like thing. I think that's cool. Okay, yeah, I know. No hand cam. So I do have it. It's just like really dark in the room. Well, let me see if I can try it. Okay, hold on. Let me give it a go. We will give it a go together, and if it works out, awesome. Do not judge how messy my room is. So hold on. Look, it's me. Okay, let's try to add a video capture device. New. Logitech. Okay. Okay, you'll be able to see my hand. Yay! Okay. There's me. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough, right? Okay, you get to... Maybe it goes this way. Look, there's me. Yay. Okay. Oop. Because I am left-handed, so we want to make sure. Does that work? Does that work, guys? Yep. Okay. We did it. We did it, guys. We have the cam. Hand cam is back. That's not too dark, right? Like, is it okay? Is it? Okay. What was the other drawing that we wanted me to do? Okay. Okay, what did I say? Your stuff. Okay, so, Superman, oh man, what would you like me to draw? Okay. Hi, David. It's good to see you. I'm waiting for my second drawing. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm figuring this out together. You know, I am not a content creator. The thing is, though, it's so zoomed in. Okay, let's do a test drawing to see. No, but that's so close, right? Like, okay, what if we... Because the thing is, though, is that I have all these cables wrapped around the hand cam. Because I wasn't expecting to unravel it. Ugh. Is that going to stretch? We're going to find out. We did it, guys. Okay, so for context, what this hand cam looks like. Okay, I'm gonna cover it with my thumb. I have taped a camera onto a little light thing, and that is what's holding up this camera. So we're just figuring this out. There we go. And then I can put my cup on there like that. Yeah, that's like good enough, right? That's good. Okay, Superman, Caterpie, because you made me draw enough Butterfrees. Okay, I will draw you a Caterpie. Thank you so much. I hope this is entertaining, you guys. I'm sorry. My entire life is just me being chaotic. So, you know, sometimes it works out and sometimes it just doesn't. And, you know, we're all around for the ride. Okay, Caterpie. Let's go for it. Okay. Caterpie. I mean, he doesn't look too hard, right? He's just like a little guy. Doing little guy stuff. Okay. So Caterpie has like, I'm drawing lightly. So the thing about like my drawing is that like I'm just going for it. Eventually one day I will buy pencils, and that way I can erase and change things if I mess up. But since that day is not today, we're just going for it. Okay, so he has like a little like lima bean head, kind of like that. And then he has this little like bug snoot thingy here. So we're just gonna map that out, right? And then it's like that. And then his eye, which we will color in yellow, will be right here. And then it's like orange, right? If not, oops. He has a little antenna. Right here. It looks like, it's like shaped like a Y. Like that. Yeah. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I kind of hate this, but that's okay. So first, let's color in his little antennae thingy. I remember in the early Pokemon games, like Misty's whole shtick was that she was like scared of bugs, but she was rough and tough and cool. And but Caterpie's so cute though. I think that was a plot point where she learned to like him, but I was like, of all the bug guys. But to be honest, okay, like Caterpie's like to Ash, he's like this, and that's like a dog-sized like bug, and I feel like I would not like that either. But like as a cartoon, super cute. Disappointed at my desk that there's not a 5-year-old can of soda like RGT's. No, that's a Sean original. I do have a giant mason jar because I'm a millennial of mango flavored water with a straw. This is old. This is from Spawncast. And I have an old coffee mug, and then I have this afternoon's coffee in a Reese's peanut butter cup. For the holidays, one of my friends gave me and Kevin like a Reese's whatever blah 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 kit thing. Here, how do I make this in the center? Oh shit! See, this is part of the fun. Wow, so cool. I'm so good at this. There we go. We're back in action, guys. Okay, so okay. So Caterpie has just a giant eye. Like that. And then like a little bit is lighter, so I'm just gonna use the highlight of it. No, fuck that up. Whatever. He'll just be a soulless void eye thing. Okay. Okay. And then he has this little, like, eye, like that. Look at him. He's just a little guy doing little guy stuff. A long time ago, I remember my friend and I, we rewatched the original Pokemon series. And we kind of, like, decided to take a tally of all the Pokemon that, like, Ash could have caught. Like, you know, in all the spin-off episodes when Ash was like, oh, like, you know, I'll release you, or like, it's really nice to meet you, insert Pokemon here. And then they just, like, let him go off into the world and he never catches them. And it's like, Ash, like, you literally set out to be a Pokemon master and you're supposed to catch them all, and you're literally doing the opposite of that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Kinda weird. Okay, so we're just coloring in Caterpie, avoiding his soulless eye. Is this, like, this is like a completely different green. I fucked this up. Oh well. The problem of it being dark in here is that I too can't see. Man. There we go. There we go. Yay! See, like, we're almost done with Caterpie, and then we can continue playing the game. Yay! We did it! Okay. Then, let's see. Okay, let's finish his little snooty mouth thing. Why does he, like, dude, do you see these color pencils? I need to buy new color pencils. If anyone knows a art supply company that wants to sponsor the stream, please let me know, because this is hard. Okay, there we go. There's his head. And we did it! Yay! There's his head! Yay! It's Caterpie! Okay, let's draw his little yellow body. That's why it did take him 30 years to be a champion. Dude, Ash is a horrible trainer. And, like, I get it, he's 10. Like, okay, he is a literal child. And so, of course, you know, he's not gonna do it right. Like, okay, you think about it, like, as a kid, okay, when you were a little kid, like, did you play all games correctly? No, because you're a child and, you know, you're just doing child things. So it makes sense. But, you know, if he had a little more guidance and wasn't just like a stinky kid in the woods, I feel like he could have become a Pokemon master significantly sooner. Hi, Wise Parrot. It's so good to see you. How you doing? Okay, then let's draw his body. Okay, so he has his little arm. Thing right here. And then... Dude, he's such a cute little grubby body. Like, this is like turning out okay, right? Yeah. I need like a good outline. Okay, so this is black, but it keeps on breaking on me. So let's give it a go though. Do you guys pay attention to the coma theory? Remember that? Where it was like, Ash can't become a Pokemon master because he's in a coma. And if he becomes one, then he'll wake up. Because, like, you know, he saw Ho-Oh. And that was right before he went into a coma. You guys know what I'm talking about? Or do I sound crazy? I'm just giving a little outline to our little guy. Maybe this is making it worse. I don't know. Okay, let me also color this in. Yay, it's Caterpie. Okay, let's see. We're almost done with this, and then we'll start playing. Oh my god, I almost forgot his circles. Because he has like a little design on his thing. Like that. Wow. We did it, guys. Look at this. Look at this. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful little, gonna be Butterfree one day. Okay, and we are done. We have Caterpie. Well, let me outline it a little bit more. Where is my black? There it is. Yay. Okay. Okay, I'm focusing. There we go. He's beautiful. Okay. So, this is for... Okay. Is it Caterpie? Okay, and we did it. We made the sun. Look at him. He's a little guy. Wow, go Pokemon. We did it. Yeah, he's gonna be a Butterfree that will never be free. Ever, ever. Okay, let's play more Pokemon. Yay, more Pokemon. Remember the game we were playing? So now, I have a new struggle. Because I need to move my keyboard. There we go. Wow, look, I did it. I did it, guys. With nothing breaking. We are so good at this. Let's see. D-Man Gaming. Hey, Celia. Met you at Game Awards. Josie's mod. Hope you're doing good. See ya. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was great meeting you too. Wow, it's been a little bit. How have you been? And then also, it's looking like I will be at Too Many Games this year. I have no idea about the Game Awards though. But I will be at Too Many Games. Yeah, he's a thick Caterpie, okay? You know, he's just living his life. But thank you, Superman Oh Man, for your support. You're awesome. Okay. Let's continue playing. Remember that we play games here too, guys? Okay, we're almost to the first town and I can heal. And then I should buy some Pokeballs because what's it called? I need to catch more Pokemon. Because Cyndaquil is currently like at level, I think almost 12. And once you think he hits like 14, he's gonna stop listening to me until I get some gym badges. So we need to fix that very, very quickly. Christian, yeah, well, come if I'm ever at the same event as you, come say hi. I'm a friendly person. Let's see. Wise Pair, you went to a high school reunion lunch last Friday with 10 of your classmates. That's so cool. How many years has it been since school? I, unfortunately, missed my high school reunion, like the 10-year or whatever, because, I graduated in 2010, and that means that my high school graduation, was, what's it called? During COVID, and, you know, they decided that they were going to, move it, for obvious reasons, to 15-year. But the thing is, though, is that I like was notified in the group that, you know, they were gonna do it. But for like our high school reunion, initially they were like, okay, so everyone pitches in like a couple $100 and we'll rent out blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's kind of lame. Like, I don't want to pitch in a couple $100 to see you guys. Plus, you know, your +1 or whatever. So it'd be like, I don't know, like a few $100s to do it. And it's like, I could Facebook stalk all of you for free. And then everyone had a problem with that because, you know, in this economy, you know, things are expensive. And so, they like dialed it back to like 80 a person, but it would be at a park and they were just going to buy sandwiches for everyone. And I'm like, that's also lame. So I was like, okay, well, I can have my own reunion. Because, like, all of my high school friends that, like, you know, I would want to catch up with, I'm still friends with them. So, like, I can call my friends for free, and it's easy, and I can schedule a hangout at my house, or we can go to a winery, or there's, like, a billion things that they could have scheduled or, like, held a room for, which wouldn't have cost everyone. You just, you know, buy your own food or whatever. But whatever, it's fine. And then, like, everyone else, for the most part, like, I don't remember a lot of people from school. Some context, I guess, Celia lore about myself. I went to 3 different high schools, and, like, I went to one school my freshman year, then we moved, so I went to another school, and then we moved back to the area, but I didn't go back to my original school, I went to a different one, and I went there for 2 years. And the thing is, though, is, like, I was very friendly and social and loud, so obviously I made a bunch of friends, but, that didn't mean, like, I grew up with any of these people, so if it wasn't my particular friend group, I just didn't know them, you know, and that's okay. Like, there's a few hundred people, you know, that I just didn't know. And, because of that, you know, they don't remember me either. So it's like, oh, I'm paying, like, a bunch of money to go be in a room with people that don't remember me either because I was the new kid. So it's like, it just didn't make sense to me. No, I don't hate everyone, Kami. It's just that we just don't remember each other. Because, like, you know, like, a lot of people, for the most part, when, you know, you went to high school with those people, it's like 4 years with the same group of people. But, like, in my area, most people go to, like, the same feeder school and then the same feeder elementary. So it's, like, 12 years of knowing these people or knowing about these people because you know, adjacently grew up together. But, like, when you're a new kid and there's only, you know, they've only been in the same vicinity as you for 2 years, like, you know, they're not gonna remember you, which is fine. But it's just life. Let's see, Medallion, you moved around too, but high school reunions are the ones you graduated from. Yeah, no, it's the school that you graduated from. Yeah, I went to 3 different high schools, 2 different middle, and I think like 4 different elementary. So I just was the perpetual new kid. Okay, and for context of like, hey Celia, like, why did you move so much? Criminal past. No, I'm kidding. When I was like really little, my parents decided that they wanted to move because, you know, it was, you know, the Northridge quake and all that stuff, blah, blah, our house got all fucked. And so my parents were kind of trying to figure out where we wanted to live. So they kind of like moved me around a little bit because I was in 1st grade and you could do that. So all of my elementary like school changes was like in the amount of like 4 months. But in middle school, I went to one school, okay? But all those kids were going to a high school feeder school that I was not going to. So my parents were like, well, you know, in 8th grade, you know, we could change it so she has friends going into high school. You know, that makes sense, right? Wow, cool, awesome. And so I went to that school and I was new and, but I had a couple friends and that, you know, have really made such a lasting impression that like we still hang out with. Like my friend Joseph, my friend Alana, I reference them occasionally on here, but we still hang out and it's like, wow, I met them like when I was 12 and that was real cool. Anyways. So, yeah, I went to that middle school, and then I went to my high school that I only went to for 1 year. So, like, in the grand scheme of things, I didn't have to change schools because I wasn't gonna be there for the long haul anyway, so whatever. Okay, Mega, I am kind of... I'm really friendly, but I'm also antisocial. I'm like a social, antisocial person. Introverted extrovert? A sociable introvert? I don't know. But like when you're new, you have to learn to talk and make friends and, you know, if you put yourself in someone else's shoes, like especially when you're young, like a lot of people are really shy, you know? And so if you're not the one to go up to them, you are going to be just alone, you know? But I made more friends going up to people being like, hey, I'm Celia, blah, blah, blah. Or I'd see their bag or something and be like, wow, you know, I really like your bag. Or I would overhear kids talking. Like on the first day, it was always like that game of like, who can I make friends with first? Because, you know, otherwise you're eating alone that day. Because it's new, you're new. And so, you know, if they were having a conversation with their friends, I'd stop and be like, oh my gosh, sorry to interrupt, but you guys are so funny. Like, you know, say more about that. I want to get into this lore. And because of that, I was able to make friends very, very quickly. Let's see, me confiscating Game Boys a lot. Dude, I was not confiscating anything, okay? People just gave it to me. On that note, I have a new hoard of games and things. So my friend Joseph, the one I just referenced, because I met him when I transferred schools in 8th grade. So Joseph has a friend, and his friend has like a bunch of games that he was just gonna throw away. And Joseph was like, I know who would like those games, Celia. So he messaged me and he's like, hey Celia, like, my friend's gonna throw away some stuff. Do you want it? And I'm like, why not? Like, I'm sure if I personally already have it, then I can find a home for it, no problem. And so we brought over a box, and like, it's a bunch of NES games. It's an original NES, 2 controllers. And like, I have an NES, but it's an inbox one. So this one would be my one I play. So I'm keeping that. They also have a Sega Genesis, the original one. And I have a Sega Genesis 3. So I'm like, cool, I'll take that. And then he also gave me a PS3 with a huge stack of games. I already have a PS3 because my friend gave me one. So I'm gonna gift that to my other friend, well, Alana actually, because I know that she was looking for one because she wanted to play Sonic 06 for some reason. So all full circle, I'm gonna find a home for those things. I also recently acquired a PlayStation 2, and I'm gonna give that actually to Josie. But she gets to pick between the fat console or the slim, because I acquired both of those. So she'll get to play PlayStation 2 games. Dude, Joseph is real for that, yeah. But like, the thing is though, is that my entire life, you know, I've been huge into gaming, and I have a lot of different friends. And a lot of people, you know, would just get rid of their games. And so I was that friend that, you know, they didn't want to throw it away, and they didn't find a point to like resell it. So they would be like, hey Celia, I know that you will treasure this. Do you want that? That's why I have a pink DS. I have my white one, which was mine. But my friend Randy, like, we were cleaning out like her old like place, and she had a pink DS from like the Nintendo days, and she was like, hey Celia, do you want this? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want it. And that's the DS I carry around. Ooh, I want a ladybug. I know that their attack is absolute garbage, but I want it. Her, the girl. Okay, hon. Rescue says, how thrilled are you for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon? Okay, so first off, for 30th anniversary of Pokemon, I am stoked about that. Problem is, I'm like, oh, holy shit, Pokemon's been out for 30 years. I remember being a little kid and the cards finally coming out in the States. And I have an older sister. Her name is Sarah. She is wonderful. Anyways, and she... Oh no, I killed him! Her. Oh man, I wanted to catch that. This is what I get for yapping. Anyways, I remember she was the one that found out about Pokemon because, you know, she's older than me. Like, I was like in 2nd grade, she was in 5th grade. So, you know, it was full on Pokemania everywhere. And I remember her friend gave her like I think it was Eevee. You know the card where it's like a pinkish background and Eevee's like frolicking or whatever? She got that in a bent Charmeleon. And she was like, Celia, these are Pokemon cards, and we're going to ask Dad for them. And I, you know, I'm young, so I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And she like let me hold the bent card because, you know, I wasn't allowed to be responsible with the nice one. And I just fell in love. And I think it's real cool. Johnny, thank you so much for the $4.99. I have had a very busy week, to be fully honest. Work is back, and, you know, it's me prepping for the year, and there's a ton of really cool things that I'm planning for the yacht, and can't wait to share all that information eventually. But yeah, so I'm exhausted, and it's only been 2 weeks, but that's a-okay. I hope you had a really great week. But also, fun fact, why am I using Tackle? I can use Ember and toast him. But basically, yeah, so I have a 3-day weekend, so I don't have work tomorrow. Happy Martin Luther King Day, guys. Johnny, what character would you like me to draw? Oh my god, Medallion. Ah, if Mina took 4 years, we would not be in business anymore. I would have a different job. Let's see. Hold on. Going back to 30th anniversary. Wow, I'm so off topic. So yeah, 30th anniversary. I'm very excited. It does give me a lot of joy that they brought back the Fat Pikachu plushie, because I've actually been looking at buying one, like an OG one, but all of the ones that I found for an affordable price are really dirty and kind of gross, and it grosses me out. So it's really cool to get a re-release and I can buy a new one. I really hope that they have more re-releases of games that I really enjoy, but we'll find out. Medallion, heard you talk about your new PS3 on yesterday morning's Funcast. Yeah, so yeah, I have like a fat stack of games, and I'm experiencing them. Very slowly, because I keep on playing Roller Coaster Tycoon and a billion other games, but I'm getting through things, I promise. We're gonna do Luigi. Okay, Johnny, let's draw Luigi. Back to Celia Cam. Wow. See, I put the keyboard on here. Wow, so cool. Okay. Let's try to do this. Okay. Are we gonna be able to? Let's find out. Okay, let's switch paper so I could be more in the middle. And then I have to weigh my cup on there. Wow. Friendly reminder for all the drawings. If you want me to send you your drawing, I will. Just DM me on like Instagram or Twitter, and I'll do that for you. Okay, Luigi. Squeegee. Year of Luigi. Let's see. How hard is it to keep Yacht Club secrets while podcasting every week? To be honest, pretty easy. So I'm the marketing director for the studio, so I have I guess a pulse on what we are allowed to talk about or not allowed to talk about, because I'm the one deciding and dictating that. So since I am the person that does that, pretty easy. But at the same time, you know, I've been media trained for years. Like, I've been working in marketing for over a decade in the video game industry. And it's kind of just one of those things that you just, when you're under NDA so much, you know, you are cautious when choosing your words. Sometimes I can try to find ways to like double speak about things, but in general, I try my best to just put on my PR voice, and if you ask me a question that I can't answer, I'll go, wow, that's a great question. It's not currently in the pipeline right now, but if it ever is, I'll be sure to make a lot of noise about it. So stay tuned. And so I just kind of like default, the light in my eyes go down, and I just say that, and it kind of works out. Okay, let's do, what Pokemon am I doing again? No, it's not a Pokemon, it's Luigi. Okay. Let's draw Luigi. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start his face first. Am I gonna draw? Is there a particular Luigi you want, or is it just any Luigi I can muster up in existence? Which Squeegee? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, we're gonna draw on Cream first because I'm bad at drawing people. So, we will see. Okay. So I feel like we should start with his nose first. Okay, like, that's like most of his face, right? It's just his little, okay, let's see. Okay, so we got that. It is hard to see in this room. Okay, so this, and then we're just gonna go for it. So his head's here, and then this is like where it starts, right? Yeah. That looks correct for right now, until I regret it. And then his ear is right here. So we got that, and then that. And then his hair is going to come down here. And then, okay, let's just go for it. We'll find out together. Let's see, streaming in 4K, it's streaming in something. 1080p, probably 720, I don't know. Cannabis, thank you for calling me a gem. You're a gem. I appreciate you. What would I like to see for the next generation of Pokemon? I would like to see, that's a good question. What would I like to see? Buildings that you can go into. I miss 2D Pokemon. Because, like, and obviously, you know, like, Soul Silver is looped into this. You know, Omega Ruby, you know, those games are looped into this, okay? Same with the DS games. But I miss being able to explore what felt like, at the time, a living, breathing world. And what I mean by that is that, like, Pokemon, you know, used to go into town, and you could walk into just about almost every building, okay? And if you couldn't, the building wouldn't have a door. And you'd be like, oh, well, that's just, you know, it's just there. But in, like, every city would have, like, a few NPCs, like, where there would be a trade. There would be NPCs where you could, you'd get a hint about something, or you would get, like, an old rod from them, or you would get, like, I don't know. There was a point to the towns, and there was gratification with rewards there, and it just was an absolute joy, you know? And we just don't have that anymore. And then in addition to that, I don't know. I think that's mainly what I want, because I am really enjoying the new mainline Pokemon games. I loved Scarlet and Violet. Did I appreciate all the bugs that were going on in the game? A little bit. I thought it was funny, and it was fun to see what they found important and what they triaged out of it. But in general, I just miss the living, breathing world. And I actually, I stopped playing Pokemon as actively after X and Y. Like Pokemon Black and White was, like, the last Pokemon game that I was, like, really into, and, like, I bought Y, but, like, I played some of it, but then I, like, lost interest, and anything after that I stopped playing. But, like, Silver, when I say Silver, Scarlet is the game that, like, got me back into, like, playing Pokemon, like, actively. And so I do appreciate this. Dude, Luigi's so hard to draw! Because he's just, like... Let me focus. Yeah, that's like getting there. And so I appreciate it, but, like, I understand why people were so frustrated, because if you look at Sword and Shield, okay, the story for Sword and Shield was absolute shit, okay? Like, I was, like, playing it and being, like, so actively annoyed I was interrupted with their disjointed theming and things. Like, they could have gone, like, you know, went away with that. And I feel like the game would have been more enjoyable. But at least the towns were so beautiful. Like, they did such a good job with the towns, you know? So, it's just kind of like one of those things where, like, what Scarlet and Violet were missing was the environment. And part of the magic of Pokemon is, like, exploring... Okay. Is exploring, you know, the world. You know, it's an adventure. And so that's what I feel like was really missing from those games. So, I would love to see that. I want them to bring back the adventure of Pokemon, if that makes sense. Yeah, dude, this is hard. Luigi is hard to draw. Also, it's interesting that his mustache is black, but his hair is brown. So do they dye their hair, or do they dye their mustache? You would think it'd probably be their hair. Right? Because people normally... Okay. I'll draw that chinny chin chin in later. He's like such a long face. I mean, like, it's coming out. It's existing, but we're finding out together. Oh, you guys are talking. I'm sorry. Below, yes. New angle. We got the cam, which is right here in front of me. Like, it's like literally right there. Also, I moved my my office around. Okay, what does this look like? Okay, so he has like little mutton chop things. Not mutton chops, but like sideburns. That's like the wrong shade of brown though. This is my struggle, guys. And I gotta draw the hat. God, I hate drawing hats. Sorry, I'm complaining so much. It's wonderful and fun. I'm having fun. Okay, so his hat has like the brim, and so it kind of does that, and then it'll come around like that, right? And then this part here will be darker, so. And then I'll make that a different green. And then this green will be here. And then what would you guys like to see in a new Pokemon game? Yeah, I knew I'd fuck this up in the hat. Okay. And then he has like that, right? Gonna make this bill a little bit larger. That's good, right? That's good enough. Yeah. Good enough. Okay, and then he has the big L. There we go. Yay, we did it. Yay. Luigi hat. Okay. Let's see. You know, at the time, a Sword and Shield, it looked like ass, and then we got Scarlet and Violet, and that really was ass. Yeah, you know, legitimately, Mac Mega, yes, dude. We don't know how good we had it. They were like, oh, you hate this Pokemon game? We'll fucking give you a Pokemon game, and then they gave you that. So, maybe we cursed ourselves for 10 years by the Pokemon witches. Okay, and then let's finish up Luigi. Yay. Man, I didn't make his hair dark enough, but I don't have the right colors. Okay. This one, right? No, this one. The problem with these color pencils is that I can't color over. Like, they won't blend. So, like, whatever I have. He has, like, a little back hair, right? Or maybe he doesn't. Oh, well. Oops. Whatever. My Luigi needs a haircut. And that's okay. Okay, and then he'll have pink for his mouth. And then I'll draw his little chin, because he has like the little like after thing like that. And then... Man, I made this so oblong. Oh well. And then he has his like little green shirt. I made him a little too long, I think. You know, we try. We try, we learn, we live. Okay, so it's Luigi. It's the guy. Yay! It's Luigi. For someone cosplaying Luigi. Sweet. Okay. We did it, guys. We did it. Let's play more games. Okay, and then we're back. Wow. Okay. And... oh, let's see. The gaming branch. It's good to see you, gaming branch. Celia, for Game and Talk, RGT and U podcasts, are you guys going to wing it every time, or will you ever plan ahead? Man, you're calling us out. Okay, so kind of how it works is right before the stream, we go, oh shit, guys, we need to talk about something. And it's either Sean or Josie or like I like pitching topics. The thing is though, is that we haven't had a lot of time each, so it's all of us just kind of scramble jamming prior to us talking. So eventually, I feel like when more things are rumbling, we'll have more topics to discuss. Just right now, you know how it's like you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, so we are too. But I hopefully hope that we get a little bit more organized soon with things, because I too would like things to be a bit more focused. But until then, we're just gonna be scrappy. I also find it really funny that I do find it really funny that like our game channel is called Game and Talk, but like for the most part we don't really talk about games that often. It's usually like anything and everything else. Mega Man, I know, dude. I'm drawing more than playing. So now we're hyper focused. Let's catch a Pidgey. Oh god, all this will kill him. Please don't kill him. Please, Pokemon gods. Arceus, see? Wow. And I'm making it a point right now that I am catching him and not murdering him. Because if I try attacking, I'm going to forget. Yeah, he's a little ginger, okay, Wise Pair? Like, I need more color pencils. So, shout out to everyone for their super chats. My next purchase is going to be color pencils, but better ones. But right now, I am saving up because color pencils are expensive. Let's see. Mac Mega, thank you so much for the $2. Who did I prefer playing as? Chris or Lyra? See, I tend to pick the female characters. Is that what their names are? Like, in the game? I don't know what their canonical names are. I got my Pidgey son. What should I name Pidgey? Mac Mega? What should I name him? Or anyone, honestly. Mac Mega, also let me know what you want me to draw. Let's see. At least you, Celia. RGT made you talk about topics you want to talk about last time. You could wing it. You know, honestly, I could. Like, I could, like, make him and I, like, look at cat breeds or something. Dude, he, like, really hates cats. Like, whenever I post on Instagram, if anyone follows me on the Instagram, I am Kosher Gamer on there. That's, like, my online handle, prior to just being my actual name. But, yeah. So, every time I post my cat, Mr. Schmutz, he responds evil. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Sean, be nice to my cat son. Floof? Okay. Cannabis, this guy's name will be Floof. On an unrelated note, but related, if I were to get another pet that wasn't a cat, I would, okay, the next thing Mac, you'll get to name the next one. Sorry, you were beaten. But also, what do you want me to draw? I want to get a pigeon. I think they're really cool. And I don't know if you guys have ever looked into how pigeons were brought to the States, because they weren't born here, okay? That's not their, like, natural habitat. They don't, you know, they didn't exist here in general. Pigeons were brought over here by the settlers, and then they abandoned them. So that's why they're like big dummy mixed stupid, and they don't know how to build their own nests. Is because they were a domesticated animal, and I think that's really messed up, okay? So apparently if you catch pigeons, they're really, really sweet, and yeah, you should love them. Okay, Chris from Crystal and Lyra from Heart Gold Soul Silver. Okay, cool. Always picking Lyra. Always like playing as a girl. Fun fact, I have Soul Silver for the DS. My friend Will gave it to me because my friends just give me games. A raven would be cooler. I did watch a TikTok of this guy that had a he like made friends with all the ravens, and I got really jealous, to be fully transparent. Foxes are really cool. Medallion, that would be awesome. Cannabis, the funny dynamic between Sean's unhinged rants and my upbeat optimism. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm gonna pull back the curtain of like who I am as a person, but that's, okay, you know how I sound really upbeat and really excited all the time? That's just how I talk. Like, that's just my tone. So like I didn't realize that, but like I remember like one of my first E3s, like one of my coworkers was like, Celia, like, why are you so jazzed right now? And I was like, I'm not jazzed, I'm very exhausted. And he was like, oh, you sound like that though. And I like paused and I'm like, I'm just talking, guys. And I realized that my parents also were very, you know, upbeat sounding people. Like, you know, my dad would talk, you know, when he would say sentences, it sounds more like he's like singing the sentences and he's like really engaged and like, I don't know, full of energy. And my mom was the same way. And I realized that, yeah, that's just how I learned how to talk. Okay. Mac Mega. This is your name. So let me know. What do you want me to name them? My friends are generous. Okay. Wise pair, I did have a sitcom family. Well, my dad was on a sitcom, so hey. But no, yeah, that's just how my family talks. Like, all of us are like this, okay? My sister, one day maybe I'll bring her on stream. Maybe she'd be interested, or she'd be like, nah. But she's also really positive sounding. It's just my voice. Yeah. I could be exhausted and miserable, but I'll sound really excited about it. Keep the upbeat tone, it's beneficial. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yep, he's digging a divot. That's my dad. Let's see, Cannabis, you had your grandma had I didn't get to read your message yet. So, let me know what that was. Let's see. Your friends are so generous. I wish I had a friend group that gave me $100 plus games. Okay, but the thing is though, is that, yeah, I don't know. It's like, but they trust me that I'm not going to sell it. And my agreement with my friends is that if they are giving me this game and one day they wake up and go, wow, I really wish I could, you know, have this game back, I'm more than happy to give them back their game. They just have to remember what it is and have proof that they gave it to me. And then I'm more than happy to give it back to them. Let's see. Steve boy, you're late. You forgot I was streaming tonight. Steve, it is a-okay. We're just hanging out and vibing today. It's kind of just one of those things where, you know, I'm getting back into it. So, you know, it's been a bit. Mac, wait, did you pick what you wanted me to name the Weedle? Oh, name it Squirmy. Okay, Squirmy it is. Man, it's so much easier to have you guys around so I can let you guys name the things. Yay. Okay. Squirmy, like that. Let's see. How do you keep track of the things you bought versus the things you own? No, I don't sell shit. That's how I don't. No, because like honestly, like if you go into my gamer, maybe I should do a game room tour one of these days. I have like a big like a bookcase full of games, and I also have like a cabinet that's also full of inbox games, and I also have like the free one, not free ones, but like the single cart games and everything. I don't know. I have like a bunch of room for all my stuff, but in general, I don't sell things, and I don't know. I tend to be pretty good about remembering who's given me what, because usually there's like a specific memory attached to it. Like, for example, my Dreamcast and most of my Dreamcast games were given to me by my friend Donovan. And the reason that he gave it to me was back in college, he got into a little bit of trouble with some of the roommates that he was living in. And their lease was going up, and he had a few weeks, like it was like a month or something, in between his next lease. And so he was like kind of panicking what to do, because obviously we were in college then, you know, not everyone has a full-time job yet. So like a part-time job, you know, so suddenly, and having to put up a deposit and like all this stuff for like his own place was a lot. So I let him stay on my couch for like a month, and I didn't charge him rent anything. I was just like, put extra money towards food, and yeah, like, you know, also a little bit of, you know, the utilities, because, you know, they would go up because another person was using them, which, you know, was totally fine. And after, as a thank you, he gave me his Dreamcast, because he had it at my house and we'd play it a lot, and he was like, I don't really play it, and the most amount I played it was actually with you at your house, so why don't you keep it? And so that's how I was introduced to the Dreamcast, and I love my Dreamcast. I use it all the time. Yeah, maybe it can be next. After my first video, then I'll do a game room video. But like my game room is not, fuck, all these guys are, let's try. My game room is not aesthetic. Like, it's not cool looking like a lot of other people's. It's just like a lot of stuff there. Oh my god. Squirmy, you got this. Yes, poison him. Oh, maybe we have this in the bag. Squirmy got this. He's a squirmy wormy. Celia Core, thanks. Yeah, borrowed versus bought. It's just 'cause, yeah, memories are attached. Like my original Nintendo 64 games, a bunch of them have, like this little, I guess, labeling sticker on top that's like green. And the reason that those are labeled is because when I was a little kid, my grandfather, he, little OCD, to be honest. Whole family neurodivergent, woo. But anyways, so he had a label maker, and he would label make everything. Like, you had a pencil box, he'd write open on it, and then pencil box, okay? And he labeled all of my games, so I wouldn't have to take them all out when I would come over and, like, bring my N64. And so I would know which ones I was grabbing from a glance, and that was really cool of him. And I never took off the labels because, like, that's just kind of a marker of, like, you know, my grandpa. And, you know, I think that's really cool. No, Squirmy's gonna die! I'm gonna switch out Pokemon. Or I should stay. Okay, let's stay. Okay, come on. Okay. No! No! Squirmy! I risked it for the biscuit, and he's gone. That's okay. Floof will take over and murder him. But anyway, so yeah, gaming, it's just stuff like that. So I have, like, memories attached to everything. And, you know, I kind of just take account of it. What games do I have on it for Dreamcast? I have a lot. I have Shenmue. I have Power Stone 2, which is the best Power Stone. I have Skies of Arcadia, which is a fantastic game. I have... I don't know a lot, dude. We should do a tour. I have House of the Dead, too, which is great. I don't know, we have a bunch of games. Can I rename Cyndaquil? Yes, one of these days. I swear to God, if they kill Floof, I will kill that Caterpie. Please, no, no. Okay, I'm so glad this is not Nuzlocke, because I've learned to love my other Pokemon. And, yeah, we're gonna use Ember on the next Pokemon, and we'll get up. You don't need a huge game room to be cool. You just need childhood stories to spice it up. Yeah, no, dude, I have tons. I have, like, a story for literally everything, so. Okay, we're gonna use Ember. And I'm gonna hydrate. Yeah, dude, Sonic. Dude, Dreamcast was peak. Have any of you guys, like, turned on your Dreamcast recently? Because it's really loud. And I remember in the beginning, I I played it and I got really scared how loud it was because I was like, is it gonna explode? Let's see. Shenmue, yeah, I know the game Josie's yet to beat. Like, there's a million billion games. Is that water 5 pounds? Right now it's not. It's halfway, so it's probably like 2.5 pounds. I've never beaten Shenmue. I have it. I inherited that game because I had a family friend who passed away, and he left me his collection. So that's why I have like an inbox Sega Saturn and like Panzer Dragoon Saga and like a bunch of his like graded games and stuff. So like the rarest things in my collection were left to me from him. But I don't know. I have like a lot of different things, you know. You always keep store labels or people's names on games. Yeah, right? It's like, it's the love behind it, you know? I also, I do that too. Like, you know, if it says like Kyle on it, I'm going to keep the name on there. But in addition to that, so in college, I was given a game by my friend's boyfriend at the time. And he's like, oh, you have a Nintendo 64? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I have this one game for the Nintendo 64 still because I couldn't sell it. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, do you want it? And I was like, why not? And it was Quest 64. And I don't know if you guys have that lore. I've told you that lore. I feel like I have. But there's a few games in my life that taught me that there were bad games. And one of them is Quest 64. Reason for that is I never owned it growing up, but I did rent it from Blockbuster. And I did not have fun when playing it. And you're like, what do you mean like that, Celia? And it's like, well, every other game that I played, I had an absolute blast. Like, you know, the video games I was introduced to at the time were like Banjo-Kazooie and, you know, Mario 64 and Super Smash Brothers and Paper Mario, like Tetrisphere. Every game I have played at that point in my life was fantastic. So when I went into Blockbuster and I saw this really cool RPG game that had like really colorful graphics and you could attack and train and blah, 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 I thought that was going to be an excellent adventure. And so I started playing it, and I didn't have the controller pack thing that you put in to like save your game at the time. So yeah, I would start over every time I rented it. And like initially, like, you know, I am a child at this point, so it just didn't click in my head that it was a bad game. I just thought I was playing the game wrong, because if you've never played a bad game before, then you don't know that that's like a thing that happens. And I kept on renting it, being convinced I was playing it wrong and it has to be a fun game because video games are fun. And it took me about 3 rentals till like, I think I told someone or something and they're like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, oh, this sucks. Oh my God, I can be free of this Quest 64 prison. Anyway, so that's my rant. Would I like an HD 2D remake of the Game Boy Pokemon games? Yes. Inject that into my veins. God, I love Pokemon. I think I need, yeah, I need the water bottle for that. What's over here? This is where the unknowns are, right? Yeah. There was gonna be like an unknown monster guy. Did you guys know about that? There was gonna be an unknown boss, but they didn't have enough room, so they got rid of it. They got rid of like that whole storyline. Or on like unknown, like evolved form guy. Have I ever played Mega Man 64? Yes, I have. I wasn't a fan of the tank controls because at the time, I had never played like PlayStation, like 1 before. So, since I had never played that before, I just didn't like it. I did try to go back and play it as an adult, and I feel like I would have enjoyed the game more as a child. So, I don't have a time machine, so I'm just leaving that back to yesteryear. But the game did look pretty good. Yeah, that one goes there. There you go. Yeah, okay, so to round about that story, Quest 64 was a complete waste of time for me. I have gone back and played it, like, and gone through it as an adult. Did you know that you can soft lock yourself in that game? Yep, you definitely can, and it really fucking sucks because, I think, okay, so when you're playing, that's supposed to do something, right? Okay, fuck this. Oh, start is cancel? Was it supposed to click select? Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay. So, in Quest 64, if you level up, like, I think it's like water, because you can pick through the elements, and like wind, and not like fire and rock, I think, if I'm misremembering. Don't kill me. But if you do that, you're just not strong enough to defeat the enemies, and so you will just die, okay? And it's a bad time. Oh, the eyes were in the wrong places? Ah. Okay, let's go back. It only takes like 2 seconds anyway. Gosh, I'm a puzzle loser. Okay, let's try this again. Speed run, lock in, bam. So like this is so clever. Yeah. Cannabis, I'm seeing your messages retracted. Is everything okay? Did I not catch something? Okay. I used to think Kabutos were really, really cute. I still think Kabutos are really, really cute. Like, that's correct, right? Okay. Something's happening. Okay. Okay, so I did it, right? Did it freeze? This is a game freeze. Okay. We're golden. We did it. We are champions. Ooh, strange presents. Yay! And there's the unknown. Are they gonna be like level 20? Am I gonna die? Oh no, they're level 5. Cool. Okay, let's just murder unknowns. Oh no, they're gonna murder me. They're gonna murder me real bad. Floop, Floop, hold on. I'm gonna catch one. Am I gonna watch Toy Story 5? I probably will. And we caught unknown. Yeah. I probably will. I like Pixar films. I think they're real cool. So I'll do it. Unknown. It's flat, thin body, always stuck on walls. Blah, blah, blah. What should we name unknown, guys? You skipped this part? Yeah, it wasn't essential to the plot to do the old, like, unknown thing. Also, yeah, there was supposed to be a big unknown boss that you would fight. Like, it was supposed to be, like, this whole guy, but they got rid of it, so it was kind of like a half thing. B-own? Okay, I'll name him B-own. Okay, upper. Your first Toy Story... Oh, Bion, okay. The 3 E's? Like me. I see what you did there. Wise pair. Yeah, I guess there's a Toy Story 5. I didn't actually know about it, but I assumed there was like a D23 announcement or something that I just didn't check. I haven't seen Toy Story 4, to be fully transparent. Like, Toy Story 3 for me came out when I graduated high school. And that was just such a, you know, a farewell type thing. Oh, a sneak peek trailer came out. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I'll check it out. Anyways, and so, you know, Andy growing up, and, like, I was, you know, really young when I watched the movie, the first one that came out. And then, like, you know, Andy's going to college. That's when I was going to college. So, like, that was just such a good send-off for that franchise for me, that I feel like going back to the Toy Story games just doesn't, not games, I say games, Toy Story movies just doesn't make sense for me, because I already, like, closed that book. But will I see it? You know, probably. I like Pixar movies. You guys have to hear me cough. Isn't that cool? But in general, I do like Pixar movies a lot. There's not many that I haven't seen. One that I is on my list is Onward. That's one that I missed. But to be fair though, like, I was so excited to see that movie, and like, but the tagline was like, you know, what would you do to have one more day with your dad? And that movie came out when my dad died, and then it was just like, I guess I'm never gonna watch that movie because I don't want to relive that. So I've put it off, but it has been on my list. But in general, I really like Pixar. Up's my favorite. Finding Nemo is also really good. WALL-E's also enjoyable, but I didn't like it as much as I liked the other ones. You know, Steve, I'm not sure if the original actors are reprising their roles. I would assume so, but obviously, like, I just found out that Toy Story 5's happening, so, I don't know. Maybe. Oh yeah, sorry that got dark. I do that. It's like, hey guys, want to hear some trauma real quick? That's my hobby. Yeah, Finding Dory was fun. Yeah, dude, I don't know if we're gonna see KH4 in a long time. Because I remember, you know, beating Kingdom Hearts 1. Great, amazing. Then playing Kingdom Hearts 2. And that was incredible. And, you know, I played Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PlayStation 2. Because that's what it came out for. And so in my head, I was like, man, I can't wait for the PlayStation 3 for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, because 3 makes sense. No, you know, we got that in the late 20-teens. So I'm imagining I will be 40 when the next Kingdom Hearts game comes out, because, you know, I guess that's gonna make sense. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's train up Floof. Dude, my hobby is trauma dumping, so my bad, guys. Hold on, who's messaging me? Just getting a lot of TikTok responses. Sorry, my sister messaged me something funny. My sister's really funny. Yeah, upbeat trauma dump. It's cool. Come on, I need a cough, but I don't know how to mute it, so you guys get to hear it. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Yeah, I'll be Sean's age. Did you know Sean's 40? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, Floof is pink. Yay, Game Boy coloring. I love the pixel art shading, like how they designed the characters in this game. Like, it looked more like, you know, the key art for the Pokemon. And it was so cool. Am I gonna take the Spawncast guy's recommendation and play Toy Story 3? Maybe. One of these days, maybe I will. Radek's real cool, though. I'm glad he joined this podcast. Let's see. You also recommend Portal 2? Portal's been on my list. I never played Portal. And, dude, I love Jak and Daxter. It is so good. Oh my god, this fucking Kakuna. Die! We're gonna be here all day, guys. I'm sorry. Square Enix is in its new phase. I miss Squaresoft. Dude, me too. Toy Story 3 for PlayStation 3. Yeah, he was invited to come on regularly. So, you know, it's good. It's good to have different voices with different opinions and different things. And so we can have, like, you know, a cool discussion about it. Because, like, you know, sometimes things can be an echo chamber if you're, like, all in the same place in the same part of your life liking the same games. You know, it's not as interesting. So, I welcome it. I hope Josie comes back to the Spawncast soon. I miss her. She's been busy with, like, you know, holiday stuff, her new job. She also has the flu right now. She should be better soon, though. But... you know, she's been feeling not great. Maybe he can add a new game and talk if Nate can't be there. I know, dude, like, Nate, like, we'll message, you know, the group chat and be like, who's coming on tonight? And Nate's, like, you know, working and doing things. So, like, I understand. But I would like Nate back. He is my friend. We're all friends. I like it. Game and talk, Portal gameplay, and the people you have to draw, Cletus. Josie was streaming Mario 64 and going further than she has ever. Dude, that's so cool. Yeah, I saw her TikTok of her doing some Mario 64 stuff, and I was like, dude, I am so proud of you. I love it, like, that she's, like, going and discovering new games. So tonight, Kevin and I are, you know, having a date night thing, and we're actually going to play Mario Bros. 3 on NES. Because, you know, I got the NES, I'm like, let's fire them up, you know? And the thing is, though, is that I've never beaten Mario Bros. 3. And reason for that, I don't know, I didn't grow up with the NES. So I would play it, but, like, you know, I didn't own it. And so we're gonna go through it. And I'm really excited. The NES in particular, I actually didn't start playing. Yeah, no, it's a really great game. I just, you know, I didn't grow up with it. Like, my first console was Nintendo 64, okay? So that was my first console. And then I got a Game Boy Color. And then I was really happy with that for a long time until my sister got a PlayStation 2. So we had those games, and that was it, okay? So my parents didn't buy us anything new. We just acquired things from friends, and we just had that. And that was it. Then after that, I got like I think in 7th grade, I got a Game Boy SP. And so I got Game Boy Advance games. And that was fun. But that was like the extent of what my console collection was. Then after that, in high school, I bought a GameCube off of eBay for $25. And my friend Dylan... he gave me, Wind Waker to play. So I had Wind Waker, and then I started expanding my collection. But my collection mainly was, like, a couple games I got, and then, and this was, like, in 2010, okay, just for context of things. And, yeah, that's, like, what I had. And then, like, slowly my collection grew. You know, like, I saw at a thrift store, a Sega Genesis. So, Sega Genesis 3, so the tiny guy. So I got that, and then I was gifted the Dreamcast. And, like, slowly but surely, like, my collection grew into what it is today. But I think it's really funny because, like, at the time, though, like, no one gifted me, like, a PlayStation 3 or 4, obviously. So, like, I stayed in retro and just expanding that because of proximity and gifts from friends and stuff. And, I remember when I was hired at Hyperkin, they asked me, they were like, so Celia, you know, do you play video games? And I'm like, yeah, like I love playing video games. And they're like, what do you play? And I was like, well, like I love Nintendo 64 and I love PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Dreamcast. And they were like, oh, so you play retro games exclusively? And I was like, no, it's video games, because I never made the connection in my head. Anyways, but Super Nintendo and NES was actually, I got more exposure to that when I was working at Hyperkin, because, you know, they were retro focused, and like the Retrons played like SNES, Super Famicom, NES games, whatever. And I played a lot because I wanted to be, you know, more in the loop of stuff. And I fell in love with that too. But because of that, I haven't beaten a lot of NES games because, you know, I didn't grow up with it. See, if you wonder what's going to be in the next Nintendo Direct, I don't know. Hopefully something cool. I want to see more first-party titles. I feel like for my Switch 2, it's like my indie game machine right now, or my Donkey Kong Bonanza machine. Like, that's it. That's all I play on there. So I would love to see more first-party. I don't know if I'll pick up, you know, from the announced games so far, I don't know if I'll day one pick up Pokepia. I have, like, no desire to play that game unless it's a horror game. If it ends up being a horror game, I will play all of it. For context, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I really want Pokepia, if I'm saying that right, to be a horror game. Because, you know, you're a Ditto, okay? And that Ditto is transformed into a girl. And the whole joke of Ditto transforming into other things and, you know, blah, 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 is like from a episode, filler episode of the original Pokemon series, where this Ditto their trainer was Duplica, which was like a circus performer or something. And the joke would be that the Ditto would transform into things but keep his Ditto face, so it had that like silly little face, and everyone loved that. So Pokemon kept on doing the joke and made merchandise, and a lot of people love it. So using that as lore, okay? Ditto, there is a girl that he copied. Where is that girl? Is she dead? Is she buried somewhere in there? We don't know. I would love the game to go as business usual. Of people playing it, you know, it's cute, fun, adventure, friends, building it, farming, blah, 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 Minecraft. But at the end, there's this one little section that's been gated off, and you finally find the key and open it, because it'll be like at night or something, and he's sneaking out. So this is the end of the game, so it's like a cutscene, and he does that, and he digs, and there's like a hand that goes up, and like a ponytail. And then you're like, oh my god, it was her the whole time, she's been dead in the back. Like, wouldn't that be incredible, or am I crazy? Probably both. Probably both. Oh yeah, Pokepia looks a little rough. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Let's see, switched up. Thank you for keeping me entertained. You had to go an osteo appointment. Dude, I hope the appointment went well, switching it up. And I hope everything's okay too. But I'm really glad that you used your free time while you were bored to hang out with me. What did I think of Legend ZA? Okay, so Doug, to be fully transparent with you, I did not play ZA. My friend Alana was literally like, I'll let you borrow it. And I was like, yeah. Like, when I have the desire to play the game. But as of right now, I know a lot of people are having fun. Because all Pokemon games are fun, and I acknowledge that. But I don't have a desire right now. And, like, it's kind of those things that, like, I played the demo, okay? I played it actually at Worlds, because my friend was really responsible and kept track of when we were supposed to, like, you know, schedule our Nintendo work pipe or whatever to, like, play the demo, and we did. And it was fun, but it just didn't hook me. And basically we got to play as, like, running around the little Battle City area, and then also fighting the boss guy. And so that was cool, but I just felt like I was mashing buttons more than I was, like, playing. And since that was the case, it didn't hook me. And that's okay. Not every game has to hook me, and just because I didn't personally get hooked by it doesn't mean that it's a bad game. It just wasn't my jam. You gotta slog past the tutorial, and it's a long tutorial. Yeah. No, and I bet, like, if I gave it the time, then I would. I might borrow it from my friend because I have a lot of travel this year. Like, I'm going to be going to PAX East. I'm going to go to PAX West. I'm going to Japan this year. I'm going to go to too many games. I'm going to maybe a couple more places. We'll see. So I'm going to be like at a lot of conventions and I'll be on flights. So maybe I'll borrow it and then like give it a good try while I'm playing. Let's see. You just finished ZA Mean Story, and it's funny how they want you to care about the characters and story with no voice acting, or, you know, like, yeah. But it was like that in Sword and Shield, dude. It was like that in Quest 64. No voice acting, okay? Obviously, it was Nintendo 64. But also, there's like one character in Quest... I'm gonna rant about Quest 64. I'm so sorry, guys. But, okay. So you know in Quest 64... how the town is, like, absolutely empty, okay? Like, it's just completely, like, there's, like, maybe one chest you can find, but the rest, there's no other townspeople. But there is this one other character that you keep on running into as you go through the towns or, like, side areas. And you don't necessarily need to talk to them. Like, you don't have to interact with them. But it's a huge reveal at the end who this character is. And, like, you know, it's a big plot point. And the developer's intention was for you to see this character and then be like, huh, who is this? And kind of like, I guess, know them or whatever. So at the end, it's shocking. But I did not pay attention. And so at the end, when there was this giant, like, switcheroony, yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Which I think is funny. Steve, when are you going to Japan? You're taking your friends out there too. So it's looking like end of April. Like mid-end of April. That's kind of the current plan right now. I'll be out there with Kev. It'll be really fun, but we will see. Because I have a few factors and things and work stuff that I need to like iron out. Because you know the cool thing about Yacht Club games is that we're small. The bad thing is because we're small, so you know there's not much coverage of my job if I'm not there. Like nothing marketing or licensing or those type of things moves. So, yeah, I have to, like, make sure that, like, one of my colleagues also isn't, like, taking their vacation, and so there's no one, So I have to coordinate with colleagues. Let's see, a lot of packing for PAX, right? Yeah, East and West, Boston and Seattle, man. I love them both for different reasons. I love exhibiting at East. Oh yeah, fuck. Pidgey's poisoned. I was like, what's that? No. Not Floof. My pigeon son died. That's okay. Okay. Let's see. When the Pokemon finally adds voice acting, do you think it'll be all AI? I think it won't be. Nintendo has a lot of, I would like to think that Nintendo has a lot of opinions about AI, and they won't. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. You're going in the fall. That's so cool. My backup plan is September, but like, if no one can cover me and I just can't get the time off, then I'll go in September. But right now, it's looking like April. And I'm so excited, dude. Japan's so fun. Okay, Doug, you were excited about Quest 64, but never followed up. Dude, just emulate it. It's fine. You're gonna go to Nintendo Museum and World Theme Park. That's awesome, Steve. Yeah, I actually will be going to the Nintendo Museum as well. One of my friends wants to take me, so I want to go, and it's gonna be real cool. I'm gonna drag along Kevin as well. So that's gonna be a blast. And yeah, I want to do more stuff that I didn't get to do last time. Because last time I went partial for a work trip, partial for fun, and that was like so enjoyable, but like this will be all for fun. How is Yacht Club vacation time? Can you carry over? Okay, so for Yacht Club in general, we have unlimited PTO. And I know people like tend to roll their eyes when they hear unlimited PTO because it's like, oh, then you feel bad. You can't take off time. That's not the case at Yacht. Yacht is incredible with making sure you have enough time off. We have above and beyond, like every holiday off, like literally almost every holiday we do not work. But in addition to that, we highly encourage it. But it's just being mindful of each other since we are a smaller team. It's just, you know, we want you to take vacation, but it's just to make sure that other people get their vacation too. And they're able to cover for you. And that, you know, and I know that a lot of people are planning their vacations like late spring, early summer kind of timing. So I'm like, okay, since I decided that I was going to go pretty late on this, I want to make sure that no one's stressed out while I'm gone as well. Yeah, dude, yeah, I would definitely say emulate. Okay, I'm a huge physical gamer, so I will play, you know, put my cartridge in and play it on my original console. But for Quest 64, just emulate it. Like, holy shit, dude. Sometimes using the speeding up function is the best thing that you can treat yourself with. Because otherwise, like, that game is so annoying. What part of Japan? You're gonna go to Akihabara. Akihabara is really fun. I plan to go to Tokyo, then Kyoto, and then Osaka, and then go back to Kyoto again. Like, because I love, and then fly out maybe... No, not that. Probably go back to Tokyo again. I want to spend a lot of time in Kyoto because, what's it called? There are, like, a lot of shrines and stuff and different things that we can, like, take the train from to, like, go see. Like, I didn't get to go to Nara, which is really, really cool. And I didn't get to do, like, a bunch of more country stuff. Yeah, no, it is, Yacht is like incredible. And it is like, it's like, I joke that it's Disneyland because it's so, you know, if you're not feeling well, go take a nap, you know, kind of thing. Or like, you know, sometimes when I start getting like really stressed out, like my coworkers would be like, hey Celia, like you need to plan vacation time. Like, you have to. You just go relax. You don't even go anywhere. Just staycation it, you know, whatever. And they just, like, kick me out for a little bit. And I think that's incredible. Let's see, accounting joke. Oh, sorry, that went over my head. I'm so sorry. Let's see, you like your job, then you're not going to fake an illness. Yeah. No, dude, like, I've had jobs where I pretended sick. I haven't really ever had to pretend sick at Yacht. Because, like, if I'm like, hey, I need to take a mental health day, like, or hey, I'm having really trouble focusing, I just need a day in the sunshine, I finished what I need to do today, they go, okay, that's cool, and then that's it. The only time where you can't do that is, like, if there's, like, a pressing deadline, because it's, like, you know, be kind to your coworkers, we all have to move things together, and it's, like, that understanding, tends to be great. Hi, Semi-Global, it's good to see ya. Did I pet any deer? So I haven't been to Nara yet, but I want to go, and I want to pet the deer, and I think that's really cool, and I like that they bow, and I think it's cute. Yeah, dude, I should vlog. I've been wanting to, like, save up for a camera, like a nice one, because, like, Josie was showing me cameras and was like, oh, these, like, would be really cool for you to do that. And I don't know. I think it would be fun. What happens if someone gets sick in a small indie studio? Does it cause a game delay? I wouldn't say it causes a delay, but the pipeline's, you know, you just do what you can for the pipeline. So, you know, if you're waiting on something, you just find some other work to do. Because you're small and games are big, you know, you figure it out, you know. You need a video game help day? I mean, sometimes you do. Like, also, I've been transparent. Like, when Persona 3 came out and when Metaphor came out, I was like, hey guys, I'm not going to work because I'm playing Metaphor. And they were like, okay, have fun. Like, it's, I don't know. I would say Yacht Club is, by far one of my favorite, and I sound biased because I work there right now, so of course, but, I think it's the healthiest emotional work environment. That's why Mina needs to do well, so we all don't have to work at Arby's. Because I love it there. How many people are my team? So in total, we are 13 people. Like, the whole company, Yacht, from, like, accounting, which is Shannon, to level design to engine, we are 13 people, and that's it. My team is me. And I guess for context, what do I do at Yacht Club? So I do marketing. My title is the marketing director. But what does that mean? So I do marketing, third-party coordination. I do, let's see, influencer, community management, licensing. So when you see Shovel Knight in cameos, that is, I'm in those conversations. I'm organizing that. You would talk to me if you wanted Shovel Knight in your game, for example. Or you wanted to license him for a concert. That was also me. So experiences, cameos in video games, licensing with merchandising. So anytime you see a new plush or you see the whatever statue or like the physical for Cyber Shadow or any of that, that's also me. I also have biz dev meetings, and I, negotiate with platforms and like help coordinate, like when we were in Summer Game Fest, I was also that was me. And so I do a lot of things, and I absolutely and utterly enjoy it. It's so fun, and it's so cool to be able to do, like, have complete control of everything that's going on that I have my hands in, But I also do other stuff, like, we're working really hard at Mina, so, like, I did my part and did, like, a playthrough and wrote notes and recorded certain gameplay with certain things to make sure that, I caught certain things and gave feedback to the team, so I did a lot of that, too, and, we all do our best. Did I handle Shovel Knight becoming amiibo? That was before my time, so, not that one, but, Shovel Knight becoming an android, that is mine. I did do that. For, like, Shovel Knight in general, I like to joke that I came to the company in Season 2. So the company's been around for about a little over 10 years, okay? Like 11 years now. And I've been at the company for about almost 6 years now, so I came in halfway. Yeah, so everything from start to finish for Cyber Shadow, I had my hand in with that. So, thanks for playing it. So Super Smash Brothers was before my time. So, let's see. Your team's like 20 and you thought that was small. Yeah, I mean, like, it's life, Celia's marketing right now as she talks about her games, same when she's on Spotlight. Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's really easy to talk about things, like, in market stuff, if you really love it, Yeah, Cyber Shadow. Oh my gosh, I can show you guys. Here, let me show you guys this. I'm really proud of it, so hold on. Celia Cam, hi. Okay, hold on, let me turn off. There we go. Okay, so this is Cyber Shadow. This is the super rare whatever shadow box for the Switch release of the game. I'm a big physical fan, so I always champion that, like, the best of my ability, because I always, I love, you want to own your game. Anyways, so this is for Cyber Shadow. It's a game that we published in 2021 with Mechanical Skull Studios. So Mechanical, he's changed it like 3 times. I think it's Mechanical Head. Okay, anyways. So, Arne, that's his real name. So Arne is a single developer. He's a solo whole thing. And the cool thing about Yacht, we don't publish often, but when we do, which is just Cyber Shadow, we gave a lot of, like, hands-on feedback and really helped him with this game. But he was a solo developer with it. And yeah, we did the marketing for it, and I helped get a physical, and, we worked really closely with him. The composer for this is Enrique Martin, and he is absolutely incredible. He goes by Pentadrangle on, that's like his screen name or whatever, and you should check out his music. Absolute banger. Incredible. Yeah, dude, like, Arne, sorry, it's been a while since I've given his spiel, But, yeah, he, like, Cyber Shadow for him from, like, concept to finished shipped game took about 10 years. He, like, drew Shadow on a napkin and was like, that's cool. And then, like, didn't think about it for a few years. And then, like, started to work on it again. And then casually. And then we found him on Twitter. And we were like, wow, this game's, like, really cool looking. Like, do you need publisher help for it? And, like, you know, to be honest, publishers in general sometimes have, like, a bad rep. Because sometimes, you know, there's, you know, bad apples in the bunch. Not everyone, obviously. There's tons of fantastic publishers out there. But he was very sketch about us and was like, I don't know. And then, like, eventually, like, you know, we wore him down a bit. And he's like, fine, I'll give it a go. He looked at our contract. It was super fair. And we worked on it together. And it was real cool. But the game is like a Ninja Gaiden. If you like Ninja Gaiden, you'll like this game. There's a lot of challenge to it, to be honest. But it's so addictive. Dude, sometimes, like, I'll, like, have my friends over and we'll play it and we'll just pass the controller. Like, if you die, which you will die, but that's okay. And you just keep on playing. Let's see. Is it scary to create a new IP like Mina as opposed to doubling down? And I would say yes. New IPs in general are less likely to have more sales, which is scary. But with Mina, like, I am so confident about this game. Once we ship the game, that's when the marketing's gonna go crazy, so stay tuned for that once it's ready. But Mina is, like, when I was playing it for the first time, like, going through it from start to finish, all I could think about was that game. Like, it was just in the back of my mind, constantly. Even when I was at work, it was in the back of my mind, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this, because there's so much jam-packed into that game, and it's adventure, and you play you want. So, I think unanimously we are so confident in this game that it's not that scary. If the game wasn't up to our standards and we didn't take the time that we needed for it, I feel like, you know, maybe I would be nervous. But I'm so confident. You guys are gonna love this game. Like, and I know I sound biased because, you know, it's the fate of my life basically on it, but I wouldn't entrust the fate of my career in any other game. Yeah. What's the last Smash Bros. Game I played and who was my main? So I always play as Bowser. I started playing as Bowser in Melee and I didn't stat. But I've played since the beginning, since Super Smash. I used to be Jigglypuff. Let's see. What game was like Ninja Gaiden? Cyber Shadow. Yeah, no, dude, Semi, you'll love it. Mina Mana. Where's Mina? No, she'll be there soon. Is it still available for purchase through Super Rare? I'm not sure, actually. I know that we sold out, and then we upped the order, and I think we sold out of that, and I don't know. I don't handle it. That's something you'll have to reach out to Super Rare for, but yeah. Let's see, Mina's so well crafted. I'm worried it's too good to find an audience. No, Mina will. From everything that we're seeing through it, and, you know, with, like, everything, I can't talk too much details. No, it will find its audience. I am so confident about this game. Obviously, you know, we want to be confident, not cocky about it, but I think it is such a true successor to Shovel Knight. Not in the sense of the same gameplay, but the same polish, the same excitement feeling when you play it. Honestly, like, I like Mina more. Like, but Mina's more of a style of a game that I enjoy. Yeah, also it's 120 FPS, so it has that too. You love the music. Jake is the GOAT. Dude, I love Jake. Jake is one of my very, very dear friends, and he is so sweet and wonderful. And he is, because people always ask, like, oh, is Jake working on this? And I'm like, yeah, like, he's, like, on the team. He's one of the 13, man. When we were in our office, oh, damn it, I'm just going in a circle. His office, was, what's it called? Right down the hall from me. Oh, unfortunately, it's sold out. I'm sorry, Semi-Global. Yeah. But also it's available on everything. What happens, after you release a game? Is most of the team out of a job? No, so we're all in-house. So, Yacht has a pipeline of a bunch of different projects that we've announced or not announced. And so we just start working on the next one. I think we're going to give the team like a little mini vacation in addition to our vacations once Mina's done, to be fully transparent. But after that, then we, you know, have our giant meeting of what's next and we start working. There's a bunch of things that we have docs for that we're planning. Also, Shovel Knight DX is something we'll be working on, and Untitled Project and other Untitled Project. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in the future. But, you know, it's all dependent, like, as long as Mina does well, we are gonna make games forever and ever. So, I will be, as long as the company exists, I will be there, so, yeah. And, like, normally, you know, when talking about that, that sounds like it would be scary. But, like, that's just kind of how the video game industry is right now. You know, every studio is only as strong as their last game. And then some studios who have publishers, they are like, you know, even if your game does well, your studio is at risk for closing. So I would rather be independent and a little nervous, but confident, you know, because we have the control of our future. Let's see. Will you guys be doing a special episode of Game & Talk streaming Mina? Yes. I will be streaming Mina on Yacht Club Games' Twitch channel, but I also will be doing a very special episode on Game & Talk. Because I can! Let's see. Please be grateful that you have such a fulfilling, flexible job. You're 40 and you're still looking for something. No, I am 110% grateful. Like, I could cry how much I love where my life ended up and where things are. Like, I'm awestruck, grateful, to say the least, and thankful. Yeah, like, Yacht, I would say in general, like, really saved me, like, I guess personally. Not in a sense of, like, that, you know, but, like, in a sense of just how I was able to be closer to my family and be able to spend the time with those who really count, you know, and have that ability to. Because, like, when I worked at Hyperkin, like, I lived 80 miles away from my parents, you know? And I drove every single weekend, 80 miles one way, 80 miles back. So 160 miles every weekend to, like, see my family and my friends. And, like, I was able to move back to my area, you know? And Superman, you know what? It doesn't matter, you know, if you're 40 or 50 or, I don't know, I was supposed to say 10. I'm like, wait, you can't work at 10. Like, you know, finding your path is just a different road for everyone. And I believe that you will as well. Is Mina coming out soon? I don't know, yeah. It's kind of one of those things where when the game is done and we submit it, then I will be able to plan the rest of the marketing campaign for that. But as of right now, I don't have a release date because it's not submitted. So I don't know when the game will release. But for that, you know, things are going really, really well. We're closer than ever, but I don't have a release date as of yet. Sorry. Or an inkling. Every time I ask, they're like, go away, silly. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's see. You don't mean midnight? Who releases the game at 2:30? Yeah, I know. You can work at 10 if your family owns a small grocery store. I mean, true. That is true. Let's see. A delayed game is eventually good. Yeah, like, for ours, like, it was such a hard decision. Like, you know, we did our whole interview with the Bloomberg about it. But, like, you know, it was disappointing, you know, to delay. But it was kind of one of those things, like, when the team talked to me and they're like, hey, Celia, like, you know, we're so sorry that, you know, we had to delay the game. Like, they said sorry to me. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like, the fact that, you know, we gave it our go and we were looking at where the game was. And it was great, but it wasn't the level of polish that, like, our standard is. And we have a very, very high standard about games and, like, everything. So it was a tough decision, but I think it was for the better of the game. And I like that our studio, because we're independent, we're able to make that call. Even though, you know, delaying a game is financially scary. Like, a bunch of people had, like, all of these, like, crackpot, like, theories about why, you know, why it was like, oh, you delayed because of Silk Song. I'm like, no, that is financially, that would have been a bad idea for us to delay a month after Silk Song released for it. It's just that we needed more time. But because we gave that, this game is going to be even better. It's so good. I can't wait. Have I read Sean's book yet? No, I haven't, dude. He needs to send me that book, and I will read it. I bet it's good, though. Sean's such a funny guy. I'm glad that we're, like, really close. March 20th at 2:30. Oh my god. Yeah, no. That would be crazy. We do not have enough runway to be 2030. Delaying a game and having it released around GTA 6 might be the real issue. Yeah, no one is going to release around GTA 6. You would be a madman. I would threaten to quit if the team was like, hey Celia, you know what sounds like a great idea? I'd be like, no, we're not doing that. Let's see. You love the main character of Mina as a mouse and the Game Boy is Game Boy Color. It's like, oh my gosh. You know, honestly, a little bit. I think we all just love Game Boy Color. Just like all of us as a team. Cause yeah, I love handhelds. I love Game Boy Color. It is, you know, cause like when I was a kid, this isn't a sad story, we're fine. Like my mom would always be, okay, maybe it is. My mom would always be late to pick me up because ADHD is real rad like that. And like, she'd be late for like a long time, okay? And so I had my Game Boy, and so I was never bored. So I played like a lot of Game Boy, like every single day. And it was so fun. And like, we would do car trips to like my grandparents' house on the weekends. So like, we lived in LA and we drove to Palm Springs, which is like a 3-hour car ride. So, you know, it's a long ass time in the car. So having a Game Boy and like playing that, like, you know, with link cable with my older sister, like we had so many memories. So I'll try my best not to trauma dump on you guys, but no promises. You played this on an emulator in Japanese before the English release, knowing no Japanese. You know, Doug, I have a, related but not related. I think that's really funny because I have a Japanese Game Boy camera that my family friend gifted me because, you know, they were from Japan. And so when they, like, would visit, they would, like, bring me a bunch of, like, stuff you could only get in Japan. And, yeah. I had the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy camera with the printer. It's like a yellow little thing, and I didn't know how to read Japanese, so I didn't know how to play with it, but I knew how to take photos. I figured out which buttons would pathway me to the photos, but that was cool. I don't know if the internal battery will die on that, but if it doesn't, that would be really cool, because I have some photos, like I have photos of my grandma on my Game Boy Color camera thing. And, you know, obviously I can never get those back because she's not with us anymore. So I need to, like, print them or something soon. Let's see. You got a Japanese Nintendo online account so you can download your Mario game. That's cool. Street lights were passed by. Yeah, dude. Oh, my God. They were. I would beg my mom to turn on a light in the car. So I could see. And then I got a worm light and everything changed. Is publishing something you guys hope to do in the future? If it is the right game. So, like, to be fully transparent, like, we're not a developer, and we also don't have developer money. So, it's kind of one of those things that if we find a special game that really makes sense, then we will. Yeah, dude, it's on my list of things to do, Doug. Eventually soon, because I need to. Yeah, because I want to ROM dump that, and I also want to ROM dump my Pokemon Blue version, because I have this friend, and, like, she had cystic fibrosis, and when she was in the hospital, I would lend her, my Game Boy Blue and one of my Game Boys, and, I want to, like, make sure to make a copy of her save file, for, like, sentimental reasons, you know? So, I do want to get a ROM ripper or something that will do that, so I can save it. Oh, and just for context, when I'm doing the game, I'm just training up my Pokemon. So, Floof is level 12 now, so I think that's a good range. So, now we're going to start, training my bug guy. You got a US copy of Pokemon Gold 6 months before the PAL release, and you think you're the coolest 13-year-old? Dude, you were the coolest 13-year-old. I remember in elementary school, there was this kid, let's call him Tom. That's not his real name. So Tom won the WB Kids contest. And it was the one that was giving away the Game Boy SP and Pokemon Ruby. Like, he won that contest. And there's a bunch of other goodies he won, too. And Tom was a very, very nice kid, okay? Like, super nice. I don't care. I was so jealous. I think that is the first time I ever wanted to rob someone in my entire life. Don't judge me. Obviously, I didn't, okay? But I was so jealous that he was the one that won that contest and he had it. Like, he literally was like, and it was like such a big deal at school. Okay, Doug, just going back to that. What would count as a ROM dumper? Because I was thinking like a Retron 5 or something. Because like Hyper can, you know, I have contacts that can send me one. But like, is there other things that I could use for a ROM dumper? Let's see, you were legit cool if you have to show off your school friends, right? Like, definitely. I was almost a criminal. Yeah, I think that's like the only time I actually like actively considered in my head stealing something. What was the second time? I don't know, man. But like, that stuck in my head because I remember being a kid, like looking at it and being like, oh fuck, like I want that. And it's like, yeah, obviously I didn't rob the kid. I would have gotten caught. Like, dude, there's nothing low-key about me, if you guys haven't noticed. So I, definitely wouldn't do that. I thought, okay, dude, Zach, I did not steal that Dragon Quest game, okay? For context, I think you guys all know the story, but just in case if you don't. Basically, way back in the day, I was at my mom, I was with my mom, and I was playing Game Boy in her cart, like she was pushing me around and I was playing. And we were at the grocery store, and when we got to the checkout counter, I was playing my Game Boy, and the cashier lady looked at me when I was playing the Game Boy, and she was like, hey, does this fit in there? And she was holding up the Game Boy Color cartridge. And I was like, oh, yeah, it does. And she's like, some kid left it here, or someone left it here, and they didn't claim it. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah. And I got to keep it, and it is mine. Are you trying to dump Game Boy games? I would love to do that. Yeah, definitely ROMs don't count stealing, right, Celia? Yep. Well, can you purchase it? My whole thing is if you can purchase it, then you just, you know, support the developer. But if there's no way to support the developer with the game, then it's free game. Those are my thoughts and feelings. Don't tell any of my future employers. Let's see. You can use your GameCube, Game Boy Advance adapter. Yeah, I know, I don't have a soft modded. I feel like I could use like a Retron 5. I have contacts. I can get one. Not gonna lie, you're worried about being an outcast, at worst being bullied. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's see, you were definitely a closeted gamer at the time. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so my last high school I went to, I didn't tell anyone I liked anime and video games. And the last day of school, I told all the anime kids I liked anime because I thought that was funny. Will Mina be mining in mines? No, she will not be mining in mines. That would be cool though. Maybe for Mina too. Yeah, I was not a thief. Thank you very much, Gaming Branch. The cashier was. No. Okay, you know, finders keepers, man. Finders keepers. Okay. Man, this is gonna be the longest battle ever. Squirmy's gonna get him eventually. Right, Squirmy? You got this. We're training him up. Pokemon could go head-to-head with GTA, but you think that's the only franchise? I actually, MacVega, I think you're right. Because, like, Pokemon people do not overlap with the GTA market. But, you know, at the same time, you know, It doesn't say that GTA players won't buy Pokemon as well, but I feel like it's one of those games that people would buy both. Kosher cashier, oh my gosh. Squirmy is going to run out of PP, but we're just... Why isn't this Kakuna getting poisoned? We're gonna find out who gets this, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see, you found $60 on the sidewalk as a kid, no wallet? Dude, that's free money. You're fine. Oh my god, Squirms. We are in red. We are almost there. Lock in, Squirmy. Critical, critical, critical. But Gaming Branch, like, I feel like, though, that people who are huge Pokemon fans will still buy the game. Will Mina have a physical, and will you be making a video of you stealing copying for store shelves? I don't know about steal, but I will take a selfie. If Mina ends up having a physical, I will take a selfie with it in a GameStop or something, and then cry a bunch of happy tears. Yes! And Squirmy grew to level 5. We did it. We did it, guys. Lock it. I don't know, but physical, I'm a huge fan of it, and if we're able to, and Mina gets enough love, then definitely we'll do it. But it just depends on a lot of things, you know? And on that note, guys, it is 6:30, so I'm going to do my game night thing. But I really appreciate all of you hanging out with me. We will stream again next Sunday, and hopefully, maybe I'll have my video out by then. Or not. You'll find it eventually, but I am going to film it, I promise. So besides that, just a little housekeeping. If you don't follow me on like social media and you want more random crap that I like share, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Kosher Gamer, and also I'm Twitter. I'm Celia B with 3 E's. Thank you guys so much for everything. If you had me draw you a cool picture, please DM me and I will take a photo of it so you have it. But thank you guys so much for the support. Yeah, blah, blah, notification bell activated. Yeah, thanks, Wise Pair. Okay, guys, you're all fantastic. Have a great rest of your evening, and